Now, we saw how we can't have three consonant sounds together in Arabic. No? That if we have three consonant sounds that occur together, either because we are adding things onto a word, or even if they're two separate words, we need to insert what we call the helping vowel to help things flow along and to keep this Arabic rhythm and intonation, let's say. Now, this helping vowel, it can change. It depends what's around it. But we can use and as a very useful hook to look back to observe what we might expect from this helping vowel in different situations. So, for example, we have is andina. So we have the ending for our, no. How was our house?
Bedna.
Good. Or the ending for us, no. We could describe it that way. We could say from us or than us. How would you say that?
Minna.
Minna. So we have that na, no. And when we add that na to and, the helping vowel is like a little I. Andina. A little I sound or an I. Andina.
Andina.
Good. So how would you say we have a house?
Andina bet.
We have money.
Andina filus.
We have a phone.
Andina telefon.
Good. What was the ending for you guys?
Ku.
Ku. How do you say from you guys?
Minku.
Minku. What was the word for wanting? If you have problems remembering it,
Always.
good. What did you do there to remember it?
Actually, just visually remembered the ending of the word.
Ah, you thought of the ending.
Yeah.
Whiz. Good. What we want to do when we want to remember a word and we don't remember the word altogether straight away, we want to try to see anything, no? Anything about that word we remember, anything at all. Be it the first sound, be it the ending, like that, and see where it takes us. So you remember that whiz, and then from there you go always. Good. You remember the word for thing or something?
Hege.
Hege. Good. How would you say, I want something from you guys?
Ana always hege minku.
Very good. And always hege minku. Good. At you guys, or you guys have, is anduku. Or with that M that we said you might hear, andukum. So what is the helping vowel there? Anduku. U. So we saw with na, we have andina. And then we see with ku, we have anduku. So we can look back to and to remember what helping vowel we can expect with na. And what helping vowel we can expect with ku. The word for problem in Arabic is mushkela. Mushkela.
Mushkela.
Good. So how would you say, I have a problem?
Andi mushkela.
Andi mushkela. Or you might also hear mushkila. It might sound a little bit more like an e, a little bit more like an I. Mushkela, mushkila. Depending on the accent, depending on the idiolect, which is the individual dialect that each of us have. We said that small vowels are more subject to change. What are the roots that are used in this word for problem?
Sh, k, l.
Good. And why didn't you count the M?
Because that's part of the pattern. I
Is
guess.
it? You guessed. Good. And you're correct. We are already seeing that M's tend to form part of the pattern. M can be a root as well, of course. But especially when it's at the beginning, you will probably imagine it's part of the pattern. Good. So, I have a problem, Andi mushkela. How would you say you guys have a problem? You guys have a problem.
Anduku mushkela.
Anduku mushkela. Good. What was the word for house?
Bet.
Good. And what was the word for he?
Hoa.
Hoa. Good. His house is betu. Betu.
Betu.
So what is the ending for him or for his?
U.
U. Which means we can say from him or than him.
Minnu.
Minnu. At him or he has.
Andu.
Andu. Good. So we had hoa for he, and we had something kind of similar for she.
Heya.
Heya. Hoa and heya. And they are much more similar than they appear because the W and the Y are kind of morphing sounds, and you'll see them changing all over the place in Arabic. You might have, for example, we saw raye, which is ro, yo, ho, and then you have the verb for going home, which is rawah, and you see the Y turned into a W. So the sounds you see changing all over Arabic, Y's and W's and long vowels as well. So هي and هو are more similar than they appear. So هي was she. Now the word for her is
ha.
Ha.
Good, but this isn't our breathy H, it's our H like in fahim. Ha.
if you want to say from her, you say.
Minha.
Minha.
How would you say, what do you want from her? Talking to more than one person. What do you guys want from her?
أنتو عاوزين منها إيه.
انتو عاوزين منها ايه.
She has is
عندها.
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 So here with ha, we have the helping vowel a. So let's recap. What is the word for at?
And.
And. At me or I have.
عندي.
Andy. I have a problem.
عندي مشكلة.
عندي مشكلة. You have or at you to a male.
عندك.
عندك to a female.
عندك.
عندك. He has.
عنده.
عنده. Good. And then we have the remaining ones, the remaining endings, which we learnt so far, which require us to have a helping vowel. No? So, at you guys was
عندكو.
anduku. With the accent on the helping vowel there.
عندكو.
Anduku. And at us,
عندنا.
andina. So the ending is na, and the helping vowel that comes there is like an I. Andina. At her or she has.
عندها.
And where does the accent go?
عندها.
And also try not to make the breathy H here. It's thin, like in fahim. عندها.